Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and how you became first interested in AI?
So I'm Angelo and I'm currently an assistant professor at ESADE Business School. And I think I first became interested back during my PhD because I had to analyze data and I didn't even know how to code back then. And it was just so difficult to analyze it. Like if I did it manually, it would take me like days. So I decided, okay, I might as well learn how to code. And so that's when I first at least got introduced to topic models. And then I guess more recently, I got more interested or again with AI with AlphaFold. So it's this breakthrough by Google DeepMind to solve protein structures. And I thought like, wow, this is amazing that it can do things that we thought we couldn't do before. And from there, like I started reading more about like Alpha Zero and then, GPT-4. And yeah, I just really dove deeper into it.
That's great. Um, can you tell me a little bit about how you use AI in your everyday work?
For instance, in my classes, if I wanted it to be more interactive, I use it to code apps that my students can use. Because I teach product management, instead of like making my students just create some drawing of like the app that they want to do, they can actually start creating it and create the new prototypes. So I normally use a Gemini and Claude. I use them to brainstorm research ideas, to break down tasks into subtasks, to help me manage like really big projects.
Yeah, for sure. I should definitely try out vibe coding. I've heard of it, but I haven't actually tried it out. So
Really? Yeah, I mean, you really should just like dip your toes into it. Like if you're like as a starting point, like you can just go to Google AI Studio and then just start typing like what kind of app you want to create. And even ChatGPT, right? I guess most students like you
yeah.
have subscriptions with them. Just ask it literally to create a map of like the app that you want to do, and then later ask it to code it for you.
What is one specific application of AI that's possible today that you are most excited about?
So it's about making your own personalized apps. If you're reading a lot of things and you want to automate, like the summaries of them, or for instance, like you take all this information and it creates something that's really customized for your own tastes.
Also, what's one potential future application of AI that excites you?
I mean, people talk a lot about agents, right? So the idea of AI like acting on their own and interacting with the environment. So I'm really excited if that will happen.
I guess another thing is what's the number one concern about AI, and what can the government do or some other governing body to address this concern?
Most people will say that they're afraid of like job loss. They're afraid of misinformation and all of those things. I'm more afraid of like the negativity of people against like its impacts. Because this can also accelerate new treatments for these diseases. If it can help with energy transition, all of these different things, I think this should be kind of promoted. But if governments and people are like so afraid of it, then they might go against these kinds of advances. So, for instance, AI needs a lot of data for training, right? But if people think that AI will be used against them, then they will not be willing to share data to help improve the system.
That given AI is changing so quickly, what approach do you take in teaching kids at Assad in order to prepare them for the future?
Like I teach a course called AI for Productivity. And I think I see it more as like a space where like students can reflect on how responsible are they, or how dependent are they already becoming to AI. But for the traditional classes, at least how I approach this is to ask the students, how can we go beyond what ChatGPT can do for you?
What AI tools would you recommend to kids who are trying to learn about the topic?
That most people already use ChatGPT. So I think like just as a next step, then I would suggest for them to try all the other LLMs out there, compare to see like which LLM provided a better answer. And I think it's a good way for them to at least know that there's not only just ChatGPT, there's also other options out there. I think that's a really good starting point. And then, like if they're more interested, at least in this idea of coding your own apps, I think the accessible option there would be Lovable. So yeah,
Yeah.
so Lovable is a very interesting one. So literally, like it's a website. You put there like the website that you want to create, and then it at least creates like a first version of it. And just with more time and more going back and forth with it, like you can really create a working app.
Thanks so much again for doing the interview.